Oops. I forgot to fertilise. Well, I did do this. I'm going to do it right now. Sorry. Well guys, how are you today? Today's a lovely day outside, but we have some maintenance to do today on this aquarium. And I thought, why not record it? Why not film it? Maybe you're looking for some help with water changes, with how to maintain your aquarium. Maybe I could be that help to you. Maybe that's why you've clicked this video in the first place, to get some help. Today I'm going to do that for you, equipment. So we have our bucket, we have a little net, algae scraper, we've got a sponge. I actually love the sponges. Scrapers are okay, but sponges are my preferred method. Some scissors in case we want to trim anything today. And a very simple contraption, a hose. Just attach a little inlet pipe to this hose to make siphoning the water a little bit easier. And that is literally all we're going to use today for equipment. So that's everything now turned off, and we can begin our maintenance session. So my first little tip I want to show you now is we want to kind of do all the cleaning that we're doing before we change our water. So what I mean by that is I get my hand in there and basically first I just give the plants a bit of a waft. Just use your fingers and give it a bit of a waft. Just loosen all that rubbish, all that detritus. Loosen it all up. Just give it a nice waft. Just with your hands. That releases all that rubbish. Get it all out, there we go. That way we know that when we do the water change, a lot of that should hopefully be siphoned out. And from that, I can actually see straight away I've got some moss in the carpet, which sometimes happens. I don't really like it much. So today I'm going to try and get much of that out as well as possible. Give it a bit of a waft. Now we're going to do some bit of trimming first, I suppose. If we get our scissors, I use these little curve set. And the first job I'm going to do is get rid of that plant that I didn't actually want in there. I'd say there's probably some root structures in there. We're going to cut that out as well. We don't want them either. Get all that out. Then we didn't like our Rotala here, so we're going to just trim that. We don't really want that, and it's actually covering a crypt that's in there, so we don't want that. So give this a nice little trim back, make it look more presentable. This one's a bit big as well, we'll get rid of that. And there's that big stem down there as well, we'll get rid of that. Carpet itself is looking okay, doesn't need much of a trim just yet. That's what I'm going to do today, trimming wise. This is the key about maintenance. I did a big trim on this a week or two ago. If you do your maintenance regularly, set yourself some time once a week, maintenance becomes much easier. If I was to leave this aquarium 2 or 3 weeks, which I could do for the fish, absolutely fine. These fish will be fine, it's very lowly stocked, lots of plants. The tank will be okay, but it will be absolutely disgusting in 3 weeks' time. The algae would be out of control, the plants would be out of control, all the equipment would need seriously cleaning. That might take me a few hours then, and then it's going to make me not very happy. If I do a small bit every single week, I can keep this looking really nice, just how I want it. And to be honest with you, obviously today I'm filming this, it's taking a bit longer. This would take me about 30 minutes maybe, to do a water change and live clean on this tank. Once a week, 30 minutes. If you can't spend that amount of time, well, this hobby's not for you, is it? To be honest with you, is it? Not really. Not aquascaping, not this kind of thing. And we are going to talk about maintenance and water changes in another video. There's a lot of information out there on the internet about these no water changes, no ferts, no nothing. Oh, look, don't get me started on that, because I'm going to do a video on that very, very soon. Anyway, back to what we're doing. So, we've done that. So our next job is to clean this glass. So that's our glass done. Now we're going to net out this trimmings and stuff that I took off earlier. Just going to get all this out as much as I can. Get more of that in a minute after the water change. Generally just get most of this with the net. Now I'm going to tackle this moss, so I'm just going to get my fingers actually with this one. I'll do a bit with the hose as well in a minute, but just generally get your hands in there. Don't be afraid to get your hands wet, guys. Get your hands in there. You can use tweezers, you can use this, but sometimes just get your fingers in there and get it done. And get out moss there now. There we go. Now, I've done all that. We can now perform our water change. Let's get rid of this equipment out of the way. Now, so like I say, basically all I use is simple inlet tube, and then put that into the aquarium, and we can just start our siphon. That's our siphon now started. There we go, and we can actually pick up. There we are. I'm just going to change that water in our bucket. I'll probably do about 2 buckets today, maybe 1.5 actually. So our next job, because I'm using the Oase Biomass Thermo 250, is we've got to do the pre-filter. Quite simply, use the blue tabs to lock your filter so you can't soften any water. Same with the side of the pre-filter. Remove your pre-filter into a bucket, and we're going to wash that in the sink. So I've cleaned that in tap water in the sink. Took a few seconds. I'll put that back in. There's actually little tabs which show you where to put it. Lock that in. Lock on your filter, and that's that done. Yeah, so by maintaining your Oase pre-filter regularly, it saves you getting the hassle of getting into the main aquarium and cleaning all that out. I don't clean my actual canister part of the Oase filter for months and months, because I regularly, once a week, give that pre-filter a quick clean. That's a great tip. Keep that clean, save yourself so much work in your main filter. So that's the pre-filter done. We've changed our water, we've done our trimming. Let's put the water back in. So I've got some fresh water here. Just make sure you are using a dechlorinator. I use Prime. There's a video on chlorinators on my channel, check that out. A little tip for you if you've got lily pipes in your aquarium. This is a great tip, so I hope you're going to watching this still for this. Is get your bucket. Don't put it on your knee, that's crazy. You have to tip the water into your lily pipe. That way you don't disturb all the substrate in the aquarium. Now I would love to run a hose pipe, but running through the living room is not going to happen. You actually pour the water directly into your lily pipe, then stops all the water hitting your substrate and your plants and creating more mess. And you tip it in nice and fast as well, which makes it even much easier. I'm going to pour it to a drop a second and pour it straight in, which is fantastic, as we say on this channel. Well, I need one more bucket, I'd say. Let's go and fetch that. I wasn't going to bore you with the second bucket water going in, but as you can see now, we're nice and full. Well, little gap at the top, I always keep that in case of any jumpers. So, because you've got the Oase Oase filter, and we've cleaned the pre-filter, sometimes you have to reprime it. So just push the rewind button a few times. As you can see now, it's actually coming through. So hopefully when we turn this on, we should be fine. So I'm going to get that turned on there now. So that's back on there now. You do get a little bit of crud coming out of the filter. Don't worry about that, it's normal. It'll soon get picked up and back out. Filter's back on, heater's back on. Don't forget your heater. And if you've got a CO2 like I have on a mechanical timer, make sure you adjust the timer to reflect how much maintenance you've done when the CO2 has been off. Other than that, I'm going to give the glass a quick clean on the outside, and we're done. So we've got our API glass cleaner, not sponsored, onto a bit of tissue. I've tried many cloths, all that sort of stuff, but I still think tissue is the best thing to use. Really is the best thing to use on your glass. Just regular tissue. I've tried microfiber cloths, I've tried glass cleaning cloths, and to be honest, none of them do anything different to what tissue can do. Clean on there, get that scum on top, there we go. Fold it over the dry bit, give it a buff, and that is pretty much it. Have a quick look down the side of the tank, make sure that they've got all the algae. Yeah, a little bit on the back there, I missed that, but do it next week, that's fine. Well guys, that is it. Maintenance complete. As you can see, it wasn't that difficult. Quite easy. If I wasn't filming this, it would take much less time. So get in there, lads. Get your hands wet. Do it regularly. Don't put it off till you've tested your water or all that sort of stuff. Just do it regularly. And you will find maintenance becomes, oops, I forgot to fertilise. Well, I did do this, I'm going to do it right now. Sorry. I hope today you found something useful. I hope you got a few tips. I hope you enjoyed this maintenance session on the aquarium. If you have, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And of course, drop me a comment. Do you want me to do more of these kind of videos? Would you like me to do different videos, maintenance sessions? Do you need any help yourself? Are you watching and thinking, oh, I wish you'd covered that? Drop me a comment. I'm happy to help wherever I can. I've been doing this for quite a long time, and I have no issue helping you out. But that's it, guys. Goodbye for today. Enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.